Hello students, welcome you to this session. In this video, I am going to teach how to draw a graph. Suppose the equation is given, how to draw the graph. Familiar graphs, suppose y square equal 4x, it's a parabola, open rightward. X square plus y square equal to a square, it's a circle with center at 0, 0, radius is a unit, okay. If something else, if they give some curve, then how to draw the graph, and that we call it as sketching of curves. So this topic is just a revision for you. Of course, the question little lengthy one. So to draw the graph, you have to look into so many things. Nearly 7 aspects you should see. So which area curve exists? What are the values you can give? That is the domain and range. Domain means the input, what values you can give. Range, the output, what answers you will get. That is the x values and y values, right? So what areas it exists, that is the domain, range. Then we need the intercepts. You must know where the curve cuts the x-axis and where it cuts the y-axis, x-intercept and y-intercept that we need. Then we need the critical points. Whether the curve is increasing or decreasing, at which point it changes the direction, right? The critical points, at critical point there is a maximum or minimum. Then which interval to which interval it is increasing, which interval to which interval decreasing, and there is a maximum or minimum. If there is a maximum, what is the maximum value, right? Then you can plot everything and you draw. Then you can check whether there is any concavity or convexity. Because to join 2 points, please listen, if you want to join 2 points, you can join as a line, you can join like this, concave upward, or you can join the same 2 points like this also, right? It is concave downward. So everything you have to look into that. Then you check whether there is any point of inflection, whether there is any asymptote, what we studied the last class, right? Everything you need. Then looking into everything only, you can draw the graph. So of course, what are the things we studied in the second part of this chapter? Everything we are going to do here. So it will be definitely a lengthy one. For the examination point of view, it's very difficult to do the sum because you won't get time. But 5 mark you cannot take that much time. If they ask you to check few points, then you can do that. Okay, but you have to understand. Just as a revision, I am going to teach few sums. Okay. And what are the things you have to look into this to sketch the graph? Listen, the first one, you have to look into the domain and range. So these steps you remember. Sometimes they can ask us a short note, right? So to sketch the curve, right? What are the steps involved in that? Then the first one, you have to look into the domain and range of the function. Second, you have to look into the intercepts. How can you find the intercept? To find x-intercept, you put y equals 0. To find y-intercept, you put x equal 0, right? Then you can find the intercepts. Then critical points. Critical point means, what's the condition? F dash x equals 0, right? Stationary point. You find the critical point. Local extrema. At the critical point, there is a maximum or minimum, right? For that, you substitute it in the second derivative. If it is positive minimum, negative maximum, right? Then intervals of concavity. So which intervals it is concave upward, concave downward, the condition second derivative. Second derivative positive, concave upward, second derivative negative, concave downward. Then point of inflection. Curve changes from concave upward to concave downward or concave downward to concave upward, right? That is point of inflection. Then finally you look into asymptotes. There are 3 types of asymptotes we studied, right? Horizontal asymptote, vertical asymptote and slant asymptote. So looking all these things, you will get the idea how the diagram will be. Okay, I'll try to help you just 1 or 2 questions. First I will explain a very simple question. That is one of the example sum. Sketch the graph y equal to x square minus x minus 6. In 10th standard you would have done this, right? You take the points and you draw. It's a quadratic, right? It's a parabola. X square equal to 4ay type. It's an open upward parabola. But this method, how to do? We are going to see all the 7 steps. So we are factorizing it. Y equal to x minus 3 into x plus 3. First step, you look into the domain. What values you can give? Sometimes if there is some denominator x minus 1, you can give any value other than 1. If I put x equal to 1, 1 minus 1, 0, the value won't exist, right? So here no problem, you can give any value the function exists. So the domain is the entire real line. That is, you can give value from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, domain. And even the range also, you will get all the values. So next you have to look into the intercepts. To find x-intercept, you put y equals 0. If you put y equal to 0, here, calculation will be easy, no? If you put y equals 0, you are getting x equal to 3 and x equal to minus 2. X equal to minus 2 and x equal to 3. And y value is 0. So when you write it as a point, x comma y. So minus 2 comma 0, 3 comma 0, right? So minus 2, 0. 3 comma 0. These are the intercepts, right? So these are the x-intercepts. X-axis, it cuts at minus 2, 0. So this point is minus 2, 0 and 3, 0. 3, 0 is somewhere here. So you got some idea, right? The curve cuts at these 2 points. Then you find y-intercept. You put x equals 0. If you put x equals 0, this term 0, this term 0, you will get y equal to minus 6. Y equal to minus 6, it is somewhere here. So now itself you get some idea, right? The curve should be something like this, right? Okay. Now let us see. So now critical point, for that you differentiate one time. You differentiate one time. When you differentiate one time, see what you are getting, dy by dx, or f dash x is x square derivative 2x minus x derivative minus 1, right? So you are getting 2x minus 1. For critical point, f dash x equal to 0. If you put equal to 0, 2x equal to 1, x equal to 1 by 2. So x equal to 1 by 2 is a critical point. X equal to 1 by 2 is a critical point. At that point, there is a local maximum or local minimum. For that, you find the second derivative. What is f2 dash x2? f2 dash x is 2. It is positive. So there is a local minimum at x equal to 1 by 2. Here, when x equal to 1 by 2, the value is what? That value is substitute, right? There is a local, what you are getting, second derivative positive, there is a local minimum. How can you find the local minimum? F of 1 by 2. In the given function, you put 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 2 minus 6. You simplify the calculation part we didn't do here. You are getting minus 25 by 4. So that is minus 6.25, right? Minus 6.25. So it will be slightly here below this. Okay. So there is a local minimum. So the curve will be like this, right? This is a local minimum and it cuts here. Okay. So get some idea. Then range y greater than or equal to minus. See, that is the minimum value. That is the minimum value. So you won't get any curve here below that, right? So that is the range. So all the y values will be above this only. You are not getting, so that we would have, it's okay. That initially we have written only domain. So range you can mention here. So because the minimum values, sometimes if you get the maximum curves, maximum value say 3, then the range, the y value cannot exceed 3, right? So range of y is less than or equal to 3. But here the minimum value is what? Minus 25 by 4. So the range cannot be less than minus 25 by 4. It is more than that. Okay. Now for concavity, you find second derivative. Actually, second derivative is 2. For concave upward or concave downward to check, you equate the second derivative with 0. You are not getting anything. So second derivative is positive always. Second derivative positive always, so that means it is concave upward everywhere. Everywhere it is concave upward only. Okay, concave downward means it should be like this. So you won't get anything here like this. Okay, and there is no point of inflection, because you know point of inflection means the curve has to change from concave upward to concave downward. So there is no point of inflection. Of course, there is no asymptote. There is no denominator. You can't make the denominator 0, right? So this is one of the very simple questions. These type questions they can ask in 5 mark. You can do that, not much problem. So you are getting the curve like this. Hope you understood this. Okay, now I'll help you another question. Listen this question. Sketch the graph of the following function. Sketch the graph of the following function. Please listen carefully. So first step, similar question only. Listen. Y equal to minus 1 by 3 into x cube minus 3x plus 2. So please listen. So here the domain is the entire real domain and range. Range anyhow we can see later. Yes, the previous time I taught, no. The maximum values, this means you cannot go more than that. Minimum values, this means you cannot go below that. right? We'll see that anyhow. After looking that only you can fill this, okay? Or now we can write the domain for x, you can give any value. So y exists, right? The function exists. So range, domain is the entire interval. Range you cannot write now. After looking into maximum minima, you can say that, okay? Then even after that you can fill this. Intercepts, to find x-intercept, you put y equals 0. When you put y equals 0, minus 1 by 3 cannot be 0. So this bracket is 0. So look at this, even factorization itself you need time, right? So it's a cubic equation. So by trial error method, you can, you would have studied the 10th standard. You put x equal to 1. If you put x equal to 1, 1 cube, 1 minus 3 into 1, 3 plus 2. Yes, you are getting 0. It satisfies. So x minus 1 is a factor. Then by synthetic division or long division method, you find the quotient. You cannot write just like that. You cannot write the next step. So when you in 10th standard, even this itself a 5-mark question, right? Factorizing. A cubic function is given, you factorize like this. So it is just a part of one step only, right? Okay, you have to factorize. You are getting 3 factors. So you are getting like this, okay? So if you equate with 0, either x minus 1 0 or x plus 2 0, x equal to 1 and x equal to minus 2. So these are the x-intercepts. So in this case, y equal to 0, right? To find x-intercept, you put y equals 0. When you put y equals 0, you are getting 3 values for x, but one value repeats. 1, 1, minus 2. So minus 1, I am taking one time. So when you write it as a point, 1 x, y. So it is 1, 0, minus 2, 0. So that is x-intercept. To find y-intercept, you put x equals 0. When you put x equal to 0, this term 0, this term 0, right? You are getting only this 2 outside minus 1 by 3. So minus 1 by 3 into 2. So minus 2 by 3. Y value minus 2 by 3. Y value minus 2 by 3 and x value 0. So y-intercept is 0, minus 2 by 3. You got some idea now. Please listen here. Y-intercept is 0 minus 2 by 3. Y-intercept is 0 minus 2 by 3. It is less than 1, right? Minus 2 by 3. Then x-intercept is 1, 0. X-intercept is 1, 0. This point, 1, 0 is the right side, right? 1, 0. And minus 2, 0. This is minus 2. So it cuts here. It cuts here. It cuts here. Okay, now let us see. So domain we got it. X-intercept, y-intercept we got it, right? Next we have to look into the critical point. For that you find dy by dx, right? So what is y here? Y is 1 by 3 into minus 1 by 3 into x cube minus 3x plus 2, right? Y equal to minus 1 by 3 into x cube minus 3x plus 2. So the next step, the third step, we have to look into critical numbers, right? Critical points. For that, equate the first derivative with 0. So find dy by dx. So dy by dx is minus 1 by 3 into x cube derivative 3x square minus 3x derivative 3, 2 derivative 0. So f dash x 0, that is dy by dx equal to 0. If we give minus 1 by 3 cannot be 0. So 3x square minus 3, 0. So 3x square equal to 3, 3 cancel, x square equal to 1. So x equal to plus or minus 1. So there are two critical numbers, plus x equal to 1 and x equal to minus 1. At these points, there may be a local maximum or local minimum. So that is the next step. That is step number 4, local extrema. For that, you find the second derivative also. So you find d square y by dx square. Please listen. Already dy by dx you got it, right? This is dy by dx. So differentiate it one more time. Minus 1 by 3 write as it is. Then 3x square derivative 6x. The find the 3 derivative 0. Cancel 3 table, you are getting minus 2x, right? Now take the first stationary point, first critical number. When x equal to 1, d square y by dx square is x, you are giving 1. So minus 2 into 1, it is minus 2 negative. Second derivative negative means there is a local maximum, right? So local maximum at x equal to 1, and the maximum value is equal to, you have to find y value and you put x equal to 1. So when you put x equal to 1 in the given function, x equal to 1, minus 1 by 3 into 1 cube, 1 minus 3 into 1, 3, 1 minus 3 plus 2, minus 1 by 3 into 1 minus 3 plus 2. So 2 plus 1, 3, 3 minus 3, 0. 0 by anything, it is what? 0. So the maximum value is 0, it occur at x equal to 1. At x equal to 1, the maximum value is 0. So the curve will be like this. Okay, because there is a maximum at x equal, there is a, what they given, the maximum or minimum you are getting. There is a maximum value at x equal to 1, right? You are getting the curve like this only at that place. Okay, at x equal to 1, there is a maximum. Minimum means it will come like this, okay? So there is a maximum at x equal to 1. And the value is 0. That is why we marked at that point, okay? Y value 0 there. Then you take the second point when x equal to minus 1. So when x equal to minus 1, so you substitute in the second derivative d square y by dx square is, x you are giving minus 1. So minus 2 into minus 1. Minus 2 into minus 1, it is 2 greater than 0. So there is a minimum. There is a minimum when x equal to, there is a minimum when x equal to minus 1. There is a local minimum at x equal to minus 1, and the minimum value is, you put minus 1 here, so you will get y equal to minus 1 by 3 into, you substitute here, minus 1 you substitute, minus 1 cube, so minus 1, then minus 3 into minus 1, minus plus 3, right? Plus 2 you will get. So you are getting minus 1 plus 3 plus 2. So 3 plus 2, 5, 5 minus 1, 4 by 3, so minus 4 by 3. So there is a minimum, please listen very carefully, there is a minimum. So minimum means the curve will be like this. There is a minimum at x equal to minus 1, and the minimum value is minus 4 by 3. So at minus 1, there is a minimum, it is minus 4 by 3 somewhere here, right? So the curve should come like this. It cuts at x-axis at some place, so it will be coming something like this, right? So here there is a minimum. And it cuts x-axis at some other point here also, they said, right? So you got some idea. So how to draw. Here there is a minimum value, here there is a maximum, right? Okay, so that is step number 4 we finished, okay? Now the fifth one, you have to look into concavity. To check concavity, concave upward or concave downward, you put second derivative 0, right? So d square y by dx square, already got it, minus 2x, right? Second derivative d square y by dx square is minus 2x. So second derivative you are getting minus 2x. So second derivative d square y by dx square, you put 0, you will get minus 2x equal to 0, you are getting x equal to 0. So minus infinity to plus infinity, x equal to 0 here. So the two intervals, minus infinity to 0, 0 to infinity. So 0 to minus infinity 0, say give a value, suppose I am giving say minus 3. If I give minus 3 here, minus 2 into minus 3, it is plus 3, right? So here it is positive, so concave upward, here it is concave downward. Concave upward in minus infinity comma 0, concave downward in 0 comma infinity. The next one is point of inflection, that is point number 6, right? So point of inflection you have to see next. Point of inflection. That is the point at which the curve changes the direction. So concave upward at 0, at x equals 0, the curve changes from concave upward to concave downward. So there is a point of inflection at x equals 0. At x equals 0, curve changes from concave upward to concave downward. Therefore, there is a point of inflection at x equal to 0. So when x equal to 0, you find y value. When x equals 0, you put y value. X equals 0, so this 0, you are getting minus 2 by 3, right? Minus 2 by 3, y value minus 2 by 3. So you can say the point of inflection is, therefore the point of inflection is x comma y. X value 0, y value minus 2 by 3, right? Then finally, step number 7, asymptotes. So luckily here there is no asymptote, right? There is no denominator. You can't make denominator 0. There is no asymptote. So you say there is no asymptote. Okay, after looking all these 7 steps, you have to draw the diagram. Already drawn a rough diagram here, right? So it'll go, and it is extending, right? It goes like this. There is no maximum minimum, but it is moving here. So for y, it takes all the values. It takes all the values. So the range is minus infinity to plus infinity. It is not stopping here. So further it moves here, right? Y value. Here also it goes up to plus infinity. Here going down up to minus infinity. So for y value, it is minus infinity to plus infinity. That is the reason for range also the real line. So that is minus infinity to plus infinity. So okay, that you written first. Domain and range are the entire real line. Okay, so or you can say from minus infinity to plus infinity. So finally you draw a neat diagram after finding everything. So you know x-intercept, right? 1 and minus 2 y-intercept. That points also you can plot here. What you answer you got it, you can write here. And there is a maximum at 1 and there is a minimum at minus 1 and that value. Okay, so that point also you can mention here. Okay. So you'll get a rough diagram and write the equation here. Okay, what equation you have. So hope you understood. It is actually just a revision for what we studied so far. Okay, try to practice some questions. We'll continue the next class.